Good morning, evening, afternoon, half a day. Buenos dias, noches, and tardes. What's going on, people? We got a doubleheader. We have a doubleheader today, man. Who we got in the room with us? Our first guest leading off. It's my old man, Boult. You know what it is. Who out here with us? I'm about to bring him in. He's spending some time. He got a little bit of time to spend with us, and man, we gonna see what he got to talk about. But who we got in the building? Hell, man, we gonna go ahead and talk about this quote of the day. Our first quote, well, the only quote I got today is from Anthony J. D'Angelo. It says, "Treasure your relationships, not your possessions." And that's I like that, Anthony. That's a good quote, man. You know, when you put value in your relationships, I think that it'll actually increase your possessions. But that's just my opinion, man. I might not know what I'm talking about. It's 13:01, or that's 1 p.m. East Coast. What's that? 10 on the West Coast. We got Ben in the building with us. Let me see if I can come on in. What's on with you?
Yo, what's up, Mark Day, Gifford?
How you doing, brother?
Good, man. Nice to see your face.
You too, man. So how was leave?
Good. I'm still on leave today, but I had to pop in the office. I'm just at a park right next to my office right now to hop on this, take a break.
Okay.
You know how it is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. You can't be working too much while you're on leave, though.
Yeah, exactly. These civilian clothes, so you know they know you on leave.
Yeah. Sometimes them jokers don't care though. They be like, "Hey, since you here, can you do this real quick?" Like, no.
Yeah.
None of that. None of that. All right, brother. So you in California, man? Is it sunny? Is it sunny and warm, or is it just the sun's out but it's chilly?
It's like 74 maybe. Nice California sunshine.
Oh my god.
Chilling at the park.
And that's
doesn't get better than that.
Look, I'm coming from Chicago, man. It's freezing out that joker. I was packing out. Look, I slipped out of the U-Haul truck 3 times on the last day. Like, it froze the bumper. I slid out that thing. I was like, oh my god, this is no bueno.
Yeah. So I'm enjoying it, man.
Yeah, I'm down here. I think we had 40 something. It felt like 70 after being in negatives and stuff like that. So let's get into it. Who are you? Where you from?
Yeah.
And what do you do?
All right. So my name is Ben Boult. I'm from California. Grew up in Southern California, but basically I've been in the military 20 years, so I'm not really from anywhere anymore. Yeah. You know, moving all over. So what I do right now is I'm the human resource S1 manager for a hospital here on Port Irwin. So it's a lot of human resource actions, and I love what I do, love my job. So been in the Army 20 years now, and I don't see myself stopping anytime soon because I'm still having fun and I like what I do. So that's a little bit about me.
Okay, that's good stuff. I was going to ask you how much further you was going to do after 20, after you get past 20.
So probably 26 is a good estimate. Probably 1 or 2 more duty stations, and then I'll probably finally be tired.
Yeah. So where you think it always changes. You know, just where you think retirement might. What area you thinking you're gonna pinpoint for retirement? Cali.
So Cali'd be nice, but you know, money don't stretch too far here.
Nope.
So I'll probably somewhere in Texas. Maybe that's where a lot of people from Cali are moving these days, to Texas anyway.
Texas.
So probably Texas, and then I could just root on the Dodgers from there.
Shout out to the Dodgers, man. Hey, look, that's Gel's team, And I was gonna wear mine too, man. I had it. I was about to put it on, but I was like, I know he gonna represent somehow, so I gotta be represented too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, bro. If we may end up in Texas eventually, but I don't know where. We're praying about where we're gonna end up, where we're going immediately. But I did my Kobe, man. I got my 24 in.
Yeah, that's a good number. 24. That'd be me if I did one more duty station. So if my next duty station is nice, I just want to settle down there, I might Kobe it as well.
Yeah, man. Got to get that. Go get your Kobe. I was like, you know what? I can't even complain, man. It's 24. It's Kobe. Yeah, that's my sign right there. That's my sign.
Exactly. Yeah.
What's
up with Jill Junkie? Jill Junkie still doing her thing?
Yeah, man. She's still doing her thing, but we're in the middle of moving, so she's trying to figure out where my mom's house. So, she gave us some space, and we're trying to figure out how we're gonna, situate it to get everything done. But yeah, she'll be doing it. Yeah, we were just singing her theme song, the bling accessories, $5 bling accessories. Yeah, man. So how you know me?
Yo, so in Germany, we were working together in the operations in the SPO. I remember we went to some course together to be, that was the first time I kind of met you. We were in this course together to be in charge of some money or something for a mission. So we had to go get that training in. And we were in charge of a lot of money and a lot of responsibilities with that. Yeah, but they picked the right team. And then after that, we took command of the Headhunters, HHD. And then we became tight best friends, battle buddies, all that.
Right.
So stay in touch for life, one of those connections.
That's right. That's never would have, because you were out. I think you were on command. You were holding down another 254 maybe.
Yeah. So I was in command of the COF C for about 4 months with the homeboy Moyo, Memory Moyo.
Yeah, I remember. Was
commissioned
Lieutenant now, right? Lieutenant Moyo.
Yeah. Lieutenant Moyo now.
Yeah.
So he's doing big things, and then after that, I killed it over there. So then they selected me to be commander of HHD, and then you were holding it down as HHD acting first sergeant. You killed it, so you became the permanent first sergeant.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Major.
Perfect.
So, you plan on staying, or you're gonna what you gonna do? I was like, I'm here as long as you need me, Sergeant Major. All right, good, because I didn't plan on removing you. I'm like, okay, all right, Sergeant Major, that's cool with me. I'm good. You good? I'm good. So that was great. That was going in with Rod was great. It was like he was such a people person, going around and just shaking hands with everybody in all the offices, and I'm like, I like him. And then I was like, okay. And they told me it was gonna be you, and I was like, oh, we just rocked it, because we had just did Poland, right?
Yeah.
We had just did Poland. We went out there and rocked that joker. You and Tiny House.
Yeah.
Weren't y'all inside of that one, the one Humvee? The one that, it was crazy. So, anyways, I think that was the trip that was kind of like, I got to know you more, because then we started playing, and when we had downtime, we played some Bones, and that's when Tiny House got his name.
Yeah.
So tell me this, man. You growing up in Cali, you was raised in Cali. What made you? What went into your decisions to come into the military?
So really, I didn't really like college and school at the time. So I was like, man, I need to do something though. And then recruiters came when I was in high school. You get some free pizza to go talk to the recruiters or something, a free meal.
Yeah.
And I was like, shoot, history class or free pizza? Yeah, I'm going to go get free pizza.
Right.
Miss out on this history class. And then hook, line, and sinker, man, they got me. And I remember they got one of my buddies too, but he ended up switching to Air Force. the whole time I was like, man, I should have went Air Force, because he's living in these barracks with carpet. He's in Spain doing big things, and he's just living it up. The Air Force, they got the nice life, but then now looking back, I'm like, I wouldn't have changed nothing, man.
Yeah.
Glad I went Army, and yeah, it was a good move.
Look,
Good move for sure. Seeing all the people who you grew up with, what they got going on, and no one has anything going on as good as we do in the military life. So good move.
Absolutely. I went down to the Air Force recruiter too, and that joker was never in the office though. I'm like, I'm looking inside the mirror like, do they even are they still here? It was like, yeah, they never come in the office, man. And so I talked to the Army guys, and just like you, I took it for a free grade. It was it would bring your point up one full point. And so I was like, you never know if you're gonna need it, right? So, and then we got out of class, go to take the ASVAB. So I was like, all right, yeah, I'll go do it. Whatever. And so here I am 24 years later.
Yeah.
Well, 25 and some change, because I was a delayed entry. I did the JET program. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it was like 2000. I was 17 years old. It was like year 2000, and they got me.
Yeah. So when you came in, you came in on the enlisted side, right?
Yeah, as an MP for private E1 MP. Straight. Like 2 weeks after I graduated high school, I was at basic training, doing my thing.
Wow.
So they got me right away. Yeah, I did 9 years as an MP. Was staff sergeant promotable when I went through Green to Gold, and then I've been commissioned ever since as a medical officer.
Yeah. What advice would you give to people that's thinking about doing that transition, and like, how was that transition for you?
So the biggest advice is don't close your doors early. So say you E4, E3, and you're like, God, I don't want to be an officer. They just sit in the office all day. Don't close those doors. Just keep doing your school, shoot for those A's and B's, and then you never know, your mind might change. You might make staff sergeant, start first class, and realize you in the office just as much as officers, and you ain't really leading soldiers as much as you thought you'd be. So keep those doors open, don't close the doors, and probably the most important thing is your GPA. So while you're going through doing these 1 classes a semester, these night classes online, make sure you're shooting for those A's and B's, because with that higher GPA, you got more doors open for sure. Because same thing when I was NCO, when I was E5, E6, I was like, man, I don't think I ever want to be an officer. I just see these jokers in the office all day, like being out here with the soldiers. But little did I know, once you become an officer, it's up to you. You can still be out there with the soldiers. It's the type of leader you want to be. You want to be the leader in the office, just letting the soldiers do all, being at the motor pool, you could do that. Or you could be at the motor pool with the soldiers, PMCS in the vehicles. You could be with the soldiers setting up tents. So you can still do all the things you love doing. Leading soldiers, mentoring, coaching, that you did as NCO, as officer. So money's better. Education opportunities are great. That Green to Gold's really good. You get 2 years. You get paid to go to college for 2 years. Well, you see everybody else in college paying and getting in debt to go, but you're getting paid to go. So you can't beat it, man.
Yeah.
Can't beat it. Definitely a good move.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you which program that you use. So they got Green to Gold, they got Direct Commission, and then it's another one that you can go, right? OCS.
Yeah, like the OCS. Yeah, go OCS. Yeah. So I did Green to Gold, which basic requirements, you just have to have an associate's degree or a bachelor's, and then you have to be able to get your next degree within 2 years. So you just work on that associate's now early in your Army career, and you got that door open for a lot bigger, better things.
Yeah.
So I always had backup plans too. I was like, maybe I'll go be a CID warrant officer or something, Green to Gold to work out. So I was always thinking of the next phase, thinking ahead, keeping all those doors open.
Yeah, that's good. That's I always tell these guys. I have a couple guys who are in an MOS where they're always in the office anyway, and they want to go out there and play Army. They want to go out there and do these different things. And I tell them, man, there's so many different opportunities. Like we allow for our guys to go play with the SF people, right? We sent them out there. They got to go play SF. We got to go cover down for the CID guys whenever. And it's like you have to position yourself into while you're networking, right? And we did a lot of networking. I think we did really good at hooks into a lot of different places because when we needed stuff, people would be willing, wanting to help us out because we helped them. So
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
so
Those
give,
connections.
you said something that was really keys. You can choose as a leader. You choose what you want to do, right? We have meetings on top of meetings on
Yeah.
top of meetings, and as the higher headquarters, element, we had a lot of meetings. But we were still present, and if it wasn't both of us, at least one of us was always present, right? We would take turns. You go do this. Okay, I'll stay here. But a lot of times, they will always see us together in those formations at those motor pools. Doing those things, driving vehicles. Both of us still driving vehicles. It was
Yeah.
that was the coolest
we
thing.
got our license. Why don't you got yours?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Or still
Yeah.
like, oh, why you out here, Todd? Why you teaching this class? Because we need master drivers to teach the classes. It's what it is,
Yeah.
man. We did a lot of stuff that people was like, y'all doing too much. No, we're taking care of our soldiers. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it come down to.
So tell me, what are some pros and cons that you have had in your 20 years of service?
Probably the biggest pro, I don't know, it's hard to pick one, but travel is huge. So I was looking back, once I hit 20 years, I made a list of like all the places I traveled. It was 24 different countries I traveled to. And within those countries, it's all the cities. So
Yeah,
the military definitely provides a lot of travel opportunities. And with that, you just become a better person learning about other cultures, and you get that diversity. That's another thing about the military. I love the diversity. Like, you work and meet with people that you never would have experienced their culture and just all that. So, like, I know racism is still a thing in the military, but compared to outside, it's like very, very little in the military. Like, because we're in the trenches together. It doesn't matter your race, ethnic background, religion, all that. We all like brothers and sisters, just like real family. So
yeah,
just getting that diversity experience, that was huge. Then the education opportunities. Like I said, I got 2 degrees. I've paid $0. I actually got paid to get the degrees, so
yeah, absolutely.
get those education, self-improvement. I used to be very to myself. I didn't like talking in public. I could never do an interview like this before, but you just learn to come out of your shell, and your introvert natural self starts to become a little extrovert. So just all that. So that's the biggest pros that I could think of. And then the friendships and stuff, the lifelong friendships.
Yeah.
Cons for sure is we're fighting for freedom, but we lose a lot of freedoms in the military. Like, if I want to live somewhere, I don't have that freedom. Like, the military is going to tell me where you're going to move to, when you're going to move. So I don't like that freedom. Like, hey, I'm like stationed at Camps. I'm a Japan. I want to stay here. And the military's like, nope, you got to go to Fort Drum. So that's probably the biggest con is. But it could be a blessing in disguise too, because my first duty station was Korea, and I didn't know nothing. I was like, I'm a private, like, hey, you got orders to Korea. And I'm thinking that's probably the worst place in the world to go to because I didn't know nothing. So at the time, it was a con when I got those orders, but it ended up being a pro because I ended up loving Korea, and Korea was great,
Yeah.
Met my wife there, met some good friends, and just that's when I started to love the military,
Yeah.
So even some of the cons, they end up being pros if you take advantage of where you get put.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then probably the biggest con besides the loss of freedom is the loss of, like, you have a lot of short-term friendships. So it's really hard for your spouse or yourself to, like, really invest into these friendships knowing that they're going to move in a year or you're going to move in a year.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, you're a great friend, but you're about to move in a year. So it's really hard to invest in these long-term friendships knowing that. Also, like, small businesses, you can't really, you got to do something like Jel's doing, like something you could do online, on the go, Joel Jump. You can do that anywhere. So spousal opportunities for work and stuff, it kind of taxed you as a military spouse. So That's probably the other con, but in the end, the pros definitely outweigh the con. I'll say that all day.
Absolutely. I'm with you 100%. Oh, Jill Junkie says Cali love.
Yo, Jill Junkie, where my Kobe chain?
Yeah, where's the Kobe chain, Jill Junkie? Shout out to the Jill Junkie. Where they at? Style to your smile, $5 at a time. Yeah. You ain't gotta break the bank to like $1 million, man. There's no rules to the jewels. Yeah. So, all right. So you remember how many countries you've been to?
24.
24. Kobe?
Yeah.
Kobe?
24 countries.
Wow. Yep. What's the most exotic country that you guys been to, or the one that made you say like, wow, this place is amazing? What's the most?
So probably my favorite country is Japan. Just overall, they got my favorite type of food. They got the nicest people, very safe. Like you can park your bicycle at the train station, hop on the train all day, come back, and your bike will still be there.
Wow.
You do that in LA, it's going within 2 minutes. So, and yeah, the great teams, great food, great people. That's probably my favorite. But probably the biggest wow moment of all my travels was that I went to Cairo, Egypt, to see the Great Pyramids up close and like standing next to these pyramids and just thinking like, how the heck did they build that all these years ago? You know, without the technologies we have today. So probably Japan was my favorite country, and then Cairo, Egypt, seeing these pyramids in real life was the biggest wow. Like, I can't believe that. That's probably the two that stuck out the most.
Yeah. Well, what would you tell people like that get to those places? Let's say somebody that get to like a bomb holder Germany, someone that would get to some place that might not be as desirable of a place, but they're not looking at the location. You know, what would you tell people that's in those type of locations?
Yeah, so the best thing to do when you get these remote locations, like I'm in one right now, like Fort Irwin, California. It's an hour to the nearest city, but you still got to take advantage of where you at and see all the things. So I might be an hour from the nearest city, but I'm also 3 hours from LA, an hour and a half to Big Bear, like 3 hours, 2.5 hours to Vegas. So you can still go places, Grand Canyon. So I've only been here a little over a year. I've already been to a bunch of different places. You gotta get away from that little close city you're in and go to that next level. So like you in Baumholder, Germany, that Baumholder town, it's really small, there's nothing there, but from there you could probably drive to 5 different countries. You could go to Luxembourg, you could go to Belgium, you could go to France, you could go to Amsterdam, Netherlands, all just from right there. So you just gotta get out, get some friends, find a travel buddy, get someone else like to travel, scoop them up, like, let's go. Where are we going this weekend? Find a place to go, man. You don't have to have a really strong itinerary. Just do a little Google research, watch a couple of YouTube videos, and go explore, check it out, and you won't have any regrets when you leave that place. Because looking back, if you're stationed in Germany and you only stay in Germany, you're gonna have a lot of regrets later on. Like, man, I probably should have went to France while I was in Germany, or I probably should have went to Belgium and had a Belgian waffle. You know?
Yeah.
How you go to, gotta do that. So love traveling, man.
I know that we would have to tag team a lot to travel on the weekends. Like if we got a long weekend, if we wanted to go do something, we would make sure at least one of us was back, right? And so you guys actually got a chance to go. You stayed in Paris and you took the train to England, right?
Yep. Underwater train. I didn't believe it. I was like, wait, Paris isn't connected to London. How do you take a train?
Yeah.
It was underwater, under the ocean. It's crazy.
And how was that, man? And like, what's the process of like, somebody wanted to do something like that?
Yeah, so, most people like, man, Paris, London's too much, but shoot, we went to Paris, 4-day weekend, drove to Paris, got a hotel, spend a day in Paris, night 2, wake up, hop on a train, then you in London all day, spend the day in London, hop back on the train at night, back in Paris at night. So you just get an itinerary together, and it's not like you're feeling rushed, like boom, 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 boom. You still have time to relax, enjoy, sit at a coffee shop, go to a London pub, have a beer, all that. So it's still great experiences, even with the short time, you can still do a lot of things. So yeah, that was definitely cool, man. Definitely cool. And it's cheap too. It's not like budget breaking. Cause you try to do that from the States. Like, hey, I want to go visit London. You do that from the States. That's going to cost you 2 days of just traveling and a good load of money. But take advantage while you're close by. You know, you do it a lot cheaper.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so tell me, if you can change 3 things in the world, what would they be?
Oh, 3 things. Probably the most important thing is what we as Americans take for granted and the whole world has access to, such as like a full stomach, clean water, shelter, stuff like that. So I think every person should have access to the basic necessities like water, shelter, because being in the military, you travel a lot of places. Like I've been in some third world countries where you just see how people are living. It's sad, and you want to be able to help everybody, but obviously your dollar only helps so much.
Right.
So I think if I could change something, it'd be like everybody has access to shelter, clean water, and no one's starving. So no homeless, nothing like that. That'd be the one biggest thing. Probably, what else? Oh, natural disasters. I guess I'd get rid of those. So I'd have a talk with Mother Nature, be like, hey, no more tsunamis, no more hurricanes, no more like burning down California with these fires and earthquakes. Let's get rid of all these natural disasters. So, I mean, probably the last thing would be, I guess, ending violence and racism, that type of stuff, man. Just there's no need for all that. So, just no one has any violence, racism. Hey, Joe. What up, Joe Donkey?
What up?
That'd be the 3 things, man.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
And
And what?
And the Dodgers 3P. Let's throw that.
Look, y'all can't have all of them, man. We needed one. I needed one. And this, look.
Yeah, congrats. That was good. Acuna, Ronald Acuna, he's nice. You guys gonna have him for a while. So.
He is. Look, we they set the stage for us to go ahead and actually the college team to get some courage and get over the hump too. So that was needed it.
Yeah, y'all had a good year.
Needed
it.
So now hopefully, the Hawks and the Falcons can probably do something. Man, what's up with your boys, man? What's up with them Lakers?
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a different story. Yeah, Lakers. They stacked their team with a bunch of old people. They thought it'd work out. Know where their mistake was?
What?
They let Alex Caruso go, man. That guy's so underrated. He's a hustler. He's like defense. You need those non-stars like Alex Caruso. They let him walk, and they put too much trust in their other secondary players. But letting Caruso go hurt them. Yeah, big time.
Man, that dude, he's heart, a lot of heart. Like that dude, man.
Yeah.
And what he do? He get to Chicago and just start shining even more. It's like y'all messed up.
Yeah, lockdown defender. He got like that Mamba mentality without the natural talent of the Mamba, but he a hard worker. Those are the types of players I like, the hustlers.
Exactly.
Lockdown defender, give 100% and selfless player, pass, all that. But yeah.
So tell me give me one of your most memorable experiences.
Shoot. Most memorable, man. So many. Most memorable. Together, I'm gonna pick one of us together because I got so many. But let's see, together. So it's probably where we at EFMB. We're running EFMB, HHD. We run it. We use it for the field, and all our tents started blowing away across the street because we're in like 80-mile-an-hour wind. Our tents are staked down, sandbags, but these 80-mile-an-hour winds just ripped these tents out of the ground. And they start blowing across the street up into the trees. Broken, brand new tents too. We just got them. Took us years to finally get these tents. They're blowing across the street, and we got nowhere to sleep. Now we got all 70 of our soldiers. We got some Ogden cheese with us. It's freezing. It's cold. It's like ice, rain, wind, super cold, wind chill, and we just lost everything. And what did we do? We didn't pack up and go home. Nah, we went and talked. We found some lodging. We made some moves. We made some connections. We talked to SF. We talked to housing office, and we got our soldiers in some good, decent lodging, and we're good to go, man. That was crazy. That was crazy.
That was crazy. I forgot about that. Oh my God.
That tested us big time right there. But we figured it out.
Look, you remember when the tent, it was one of them had blown up into the trees, and I don't think you guys don't understand that the tent it's the large tent. And that thing was up in the top of the trees. If it didn't catch the trees, it would have went over the top of the trees, right?
Yeah, and like 100 meters away.
Yeah,
up in the trees.
And it was traffic going. It went across the street, and it was traffic, right? And then the other one, the medium one, was pushed up against a pole, and so we went to try to grab it and pull the tarp off of it, and it started picking the tent up with us on it. And I'm like, if it does that again, everybody just let go, because we can lose equipment. We can't lose people.
Yeah, that was crazy, man.
Ooh, I forgot about that. That's insane. That's a good one. You know, I thought
that was good.
For my most memorable experience when we was together was when we had an individual that was supposed to be out the military. Supposed to be been out of the military, and he calls and he's like, I need a couple more days. And we find out that fool hadn't cleared anything, but he had already expired his time. And so we ended up getting him a little bit more time after a lot of stuff. Too much time for me to put it all in there. And then we walk him through and clear everything. You went with me to help me. And then it was like, yo, you got your first sergeant and your commander escorting a senior non-commissioned officer around. What is going on? I'm like, look, we just need your help to get this done. And so never happened before. We got housing to pack up within 2 or 3 days, right? To pack and pick up and ship within 3 days. Us being in the office on a Monday, they did it on like a Thursday or a Friday. It was Thursday, right? It wasn't that much
remember
time.
Set closed, but we went in there. We're like, hey man, just do us a favor. We're top CIF, and they did us a favor. We repaid the favor, like we'll give you a good ice on it.
First time go. They took everything. First time go was like, never happens. This never happens. And then we had and then they're packing out, and it was a 4-day weekend. We had a long weekend, and we're packing up, and I get a phone call, and they're saying, hey, this guy ain't right. He can't sign for anything. He's not in his right mind. And I was like, please don't leave. I'm on my way. I'll be there. Oh, I'll be there. Do not leave. Pack that stuff up. I'll sign for everything, because we got it cleared where it's like you can authorize me to sign or you sign, right? And so
and it was your anniversary.
It was my anniversary. It was my anniversary.
Yeah.
So I get there.
You spent your anniversary packing someone's household goods for them and cleaning the house.
But that was crazy. That was crazy. But the memorable part was while I was in there helping clean, organize, and pack this crap out on my anniversary, I looked up and then you walked in. I said, what are you doing here? You was like, I can't have my first sergeant in here helping pack out somebody on his anniversary. You gave me a little anniversary gift with some coffee. And then you picked up a broom and started helping me pack this fool out, man. That's what's up. So it's like when they talk about like commander first sergeant relationships, the battle buddy team, and like you hear a lot of people bumping heads and not getting along. I am so thankful, because our relationship, it was a true it was give and take. You heard me out, I heard you out. You know, it was one of those, like, it was truly a symbiotic relationship where our goal was to make our unit the best and make the battalion and brigade the best through what we were doing. And I really do appreciate that. And then, I mean, it was so awesome. I mean, Rod was great, but then it's like you just took it to the next level. You know what I mean? And that always stands out for me. When I tell the soldiers, I be like, look, man, it's you have to build these relationships, and that's one of the stories I tell them. I was like, look, the commander came in on a 4-day weekend on my anniversary and brought me an anniversary gift and some coffee and was like, let's get it, brother.
Yeah. Gotta get you out of there as quick as possible. Let's clean this house and we
were still there all day. It was crazy.
Yeah, the house was a mess.
that house was
no easy house to clean.
But we got it done. We got it done and got him cleared, right? Man, people don't understand what happens behind the scenes, man. They don't understand it. They're like, oh, it's a 4-day. We're chilling. They don't get those phone calls in the middle of the night. Hey, you got to come pick such and such up from jail. Like, nah, I'm going to pick him up on the next day, the next work day.
Yeah, I remember me and he were on our way driving to Paris, and then the MPs called me. I was like, oh, time to turn around.
Yep.
We go to Paris today.
Gotta go back.
Turn around.
Man, those random moments, man. But it was. I was so happy. So happy I got.
We laugh at it now, though. We could look back at it now and have these stories, though.
Yeah, yeah. Would you take a command again?
Yeah, man. Yeah. If I had the right team, if I had a good first sergeant like you, I'd love it. Yeah, it was fun, man.
Yeah,
a lot of work, a lot of sleepless nights, but looking back, it's fun. It's fun.
Absolutely, hands down, I agree. And look, we got I know y'all be traveling, so it'll just be one of us having to worry about a schedule. So we're gonna have to link up with y'all because y'all always hit the food spots.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, you need to try this one first, Sergeant. If you get over here to Frankfurt, y'all need to try this one spot. I'm like, all right, for sure. Try it out.
I was just in LA. This past 3 days, I was in LA and I was eating all the food spots. I was like, man. So now I need some PT because I ate way too much.
Look, that's what they pay us for, man. Pay us pay you for, because I'm not gonna be doing no more PT.
I was like, oh, there's a taco truck. Walking by, I see a taco truck. I have to stop.
Yeah.
Even I had to say lunch. I was like, there's a taco truck. Let's go
check it out. For my terminal leave.
For personal life and best and often, early. Get your first job, put a little away, start investing because nothing's time. So definitely invest early, and that's probably the biggest thing for the youngsters. That's just be, even if you want that extra money to have fun on the weekend, just max out the TS. Do that right away. And then once you get comfortable, more risky investments, stock market, cryptocurrency, early and often. That's probably the best personal life lesson you can do. And take risks while you're younger. That way, you got time to recover from those risks. Such investing risks I'm talking about. So, like right now, if you're young and people see some of these cryptocurrencies as risky, but it's all right. Take a risk. You got time to recover. So that's probably my biggest life lesson would be set yourself up for financial freedom. So when you retire, you can actually retire and you're not forced to work if you don't want to work.
Yeah.
So that's something I did. I invested early. I was interested in the stock market. And now I'm comfortable to where I could retire today and be okay financially. So I'm not forced to stay in the military longer because I won't have enough money to get out.
Right.
So I now have options to get in life. So that's definitely, I'm glad I did that early, and I'm glad it worked out. Let's say.
Yeah, that's good. That's it. I will always lean on investing, especially investing in yourself and your future and your family's future, right? So that's good.
Yeah.
All right, what's the leadership lesson you can leave us with?
Leadership lesson? Oh, that's easy. Be a leader of good character. If you have good character, you respect, dignity to respect, all that, that goes a long way. So don't worry about, my boss has to see me doing this so I can get brownie points for the boss. No, just be a good person. It's simple. That's probably the easiest thing to be, is just a good person. Have good character. Don't be shady. No reason to lie. Be upfront with your boss. If you disagree with something, just talk it out, and always have your subordinates back. Be a team player. If you see one of your battle buddies struggling, a fellow leader, or just help him out. Take some time, like, yo, let me pause what I'm doing. I'm gonna help this guy out. I'm gonna share my tools with him that worked for me, stuff like that. And just being a leader character goes a long way. Soldiers see that. Your peers see it. Your seniors see it. And I remember Major Hensel told me, he's like, you don't have to be liked to be a good leader, but it sure does help if your soldiers like you.
Yeah.
So it's not like trying to be their best friends, but if you like your leader, then you're willing to go that extra mile to make sure you get the job done and you get it done right, and then also you don't want to mess up. Like if I'm out and I'm about to make a decision that might be a bad decision, if I'm thinking about man, I don't want to disappoint my squad leader, my sergeant, my first sergeant, my commander, because you like them and you don't want to disappoint them, then you might make that right decision. You know what I mean? So you might put in a little extra effort to get good grades, stuff like that, just because you have leaders of good character that you don't want to disappoint. And then so as a leader, just realize, like, hey, think of individuals' real life, what's going on in their real life. I know the Army always preaches mission first, but some missions are not as important. So if it's like an exercise, but you got someone you're in charge of that has some real life situation going on, whether it's a relationship issue, maybe a family member passed away, something like that, they got something going on, it's okay to let them sit out this mission and take a knee and deal with what's going on in their personal life. So
Yeah.
even though it's always mission first, then your boss might be saying, hey, I need everybody going out to this mission. No one staying back with everybody. As a leader, you're the one closest to your troops. You know, if you're a good leader, you'll know what's going on with them in their real life. You can make that determination, and you can always put people first, which I know the Army's starting to move to people first motto, which is good, because that's the best investment you can make in the people. So definitely give me respect, put people first, and the rest will just come. It's too easy.
Okay. Give us three leaders, three great leaders that you would like to shout out in your book.
Oh, shout outs. All right. So first one, I'm gonna choose two that there's so many. I'll choose two that we both know, and then one that you don't know. So the first one, it was my first sergeant in Korea when I was a brand new lieutenant. His name's Andre Barnes. He's retired now. But this guy, he was great, man. Like, I wasn't the commander, but it was almost like I was his battle buddy just as lieutenant, because he was my mentor. He helped me out so much, like as a brand new lieutenant, even though I was prior NCO, but just he's a good dude. And I see him with the troops, like in his office, just talking to him and just giving real life advice. They know the troops can come to them with any problem, doesn't matter. So it wasn't like a leader that they were scared. A lot of first sergeants, soldiers might be scared, like, oh, first sergeant, but they knew he was very approachable, and there's someone they could talk to. So first sergeant Andre Barnes, that guy was the GOAT, good guy, and I still talk to him today. And I consider him one of my mentors. I still, even though he's retired, I'll still reach out to him for questions and stuff, like, hey, what do you think about this or that? So him, and two that we know. First, I'll go Captain Coates, Sebastian Coates. He was with us in Germany. He was out in the stove shop, and then he took command of one of the companies there and just turned that company around. And then the other guy, Colonel McFarland, who was our boss, our battalion commander when we were first on with HHD. That guy, another amazing leader, Colonel McFarland. Like, probably I chose him and Captain Coates probably for the same reason. They're both leader of presence. They'll be out there digging foxholes with the soldiers when we're in the field. They'll be setting up tents. We got post cleanup. We got to pick up trash. You'll see Colonel McFarland out there with a rake and gloves on, raking up leaves. People in their offices look out the window. They see Colonel McFarland out there. Oh shoot, we better get out there and help too. He had the presence, big time leader of presence, and then he also he's a leader of character too, giving respect, cared. When I had a family member pass or something like that, he comes to me as just an individual person, checking on me, stuff like that. So very good guy. You know, Captain Coach, same way, out there with the soldiers. Didn't think he was better than anybody else just because he was a captain and a commander. He'd still be out there doing the stuff with the privates and digging foxholes, getting dirty. Yeah, those two leaders were great with us in Germany. Those two stick out the most.
Yeah, I like your list. I didn't know the first gentleman, but if you said that he was good, I believe that he was a great leader, because that's one of the things that we pride ourselves on, was being of character and caring and being present with our soldiers. So yeah, that's good. Shout out to Colonel J. McFarland and old Coates. I kept missing that joker every time he came to Chicago. I'm like, hit me up when you get to Chicago. But
he'll take you to some fancy restaurants, man.
I know. That's why I was like, that's his stomping grounds. He was like, oh, you in Chicago? I'm like, yeah, I'm in North Chicago, man. Come see me. Not anymore. I'm not there anymore. It's too late.
Yeah.
Hit me up if you're in Augusta, Georgia area. Shout out GA. All right, give me a quote that you live by.
Life is too short. Life is too short. That's it. Short, simple, and true.
I thought you was about to start rapping for a second there. I thought you was about to, the beat was going to drop. It's too short. Oh man, where that beat drop from? All right, so you made it to the lightning round. You ready?
Let's go.
All right. We opened up your Apple device or your Android device. What 3 songs are being played the most?
All right, I go. Shoot, we just talked about Too Short, so I'll pick my favorite Too Short song. Getting It. Too Short, Getting It. That'll be number 1. Then when I'm in the morning mood, after showering, after PT, I always listen to Music Soul Child. My favorite Music Soul Child song is probably Buddy. So I'll go that as number 2. And then I'm a big Kendrick Lamar fan, so whatever the hottest, latest Kendrick song is, that'll be in my playlist.
Okay, I thought you was gonna have some Tupac in there, man.
Yeah, Tupac. Yeah, that's classic. That's always so solid.
Yeah. All right. So, where do you go to for inspiration?
Inspiration? Oh, for sure, David Goggins. Just a former Navy SEAL, freaking running miles and miles. Like, you just Google any David Goggins YouTube clip, and he'll give some inspiration. You don't feel like going on a run, or you don't feel like working out. You just want to be lazy and fat. No, just watch David Goggins. You're like, okay, I'm getting up, I'm going.
Okay.
So yeah, that's whenever I need that little push, little inspiration to get out and get it. I just turn on some David Goggins. Like, all right, yeah, let's go.
Okay. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. So you just said it. I don't know if that's the one, but what if you're on social media, what platform are you on?
Social media, I watch a lot of YouTube videos, mainly for learning, like best in YouTube, stuff like that, and then Twitter for news. But yeah, probably YouTube the most.
Okay. Best lyricist.
Best lyricist. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Kendrick.
Who's your favorite lyricist?
Favorite would be all time. I'm gonna go Ice Cube. Ice Cube, classic all time favorite West Coast.
No Vaseline. All right. Best group.
I'm gonna go Outkast. Even though they're from Cali, I like Outkast. Longevity, lots of albums. Yeah, I like some Outkast.
Come on, Aquemini. Yes. All right. Favorite group.
Yeah. Favorite group. Probably Bone Thugs.
Yeah?
Bone Thugs.
Ohio?
Bone Thugs, okay. I like a lot of Bone Thugs. They're tight.
Okay. Best artist.
Best artist. I go Tupac, but that's kind of always Tupac or Biggie for the book answer. But I'm going to go outside the box with this one and say best artist, aside from the slam dunk answer, I'm going to give it to Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick? Okay. And who's your favorite artist?
Currently, today, it's Kendrick, but all time, it's probably Tupac.
Okay. Okay, I know this one. I know your answer on this one. I think I do. What's the best player?
Best player? Bias? I think Kobe is my favorite best player. He didn't have the most natural talent and all that, but just his hard work ethic and the Mamba mentality. I can't get enough of the Mamba mentality, man. So I'm gonna go Kobe as my favorite. I know he's not the best all time NBA stat wise and stuff, but to me, I'd take Kobe over anybody.
Okay. And what's your best team?
Best team, Headhunter 6 and 7. Captain Boult, first time Gifford. Best team.
Yeah. Hey, that's a home run right there. That's like the catch you made, fully extended all the way out. Ooh, boom.
Yeah, you can't beat that team. Like for real, you can't beat that team.
You can't beat that team.
I challenge anybody to come with a better team.
Hey, and they gonna take that. They gonna take that L every time. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
All right, so
Every time.
So we have passed this season. However, I still want to know this question: What is your all-time favorite Christmas movie?
Probably the one I watch the most is probably Elf. I've probably watched that the most.
Elf.
It's good. It's not like an amazing movie, but that's just like the tradition. We always watch Elf every Christmas ever since it came out. So I'll go with that.
Yeah.
I like Charlie Brown too. Charlie Brown Christmas makes you feel good, you know.
Take you back,
old
right?
School, but
take you back to school days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. All right, man, you made
Can't
it
go wrong
through.
with Charlie Brown.
You made it all the way through. I think within time too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kept it under an hour. It's perfect for me. Get back and clear out these emails before the weekend so I can enjoy the weekend.
Yeah, man. Well, look, I appreciate you for taking some time on your leave in between work to spend some time with your boy. This is your time to give shout outs to whoever you want to give shout outs to, and then we're gonna close it out.
Shout out first and foremost, Joel Junkie. Let me get my Kobe chain. Tiny Home, Denzel, what up? Major Hensel, what's up? Anthony, Jay McFarland, Carl McFarland, doing big things. I see you. And then of course, Sebastian Coates, my man. Hope it's all good, brother.
Yeah.
That's it, brother.
That's it.
Appreciate you having me on. It's good times.
Hey, look, so I'm gonna have to have you back because you're a sports person, and I'm having a sports section. I'm starting a sports section, so it's gonna be. I'm gonna say it anyway. It's gonna be veterans, non-professional analysis, sports analysis.
Yeah, don't get Osborne on there. He'll be talking about how Magic Johnson isn't a good passer. So
yeah. No, I want him on there. I want people that's gonna argue, that's gonna debate.
Yeah, it'll be good.
He gonna be good. He's gonna say Kobe's not the greatest.
Yeah, I need to hear your Super Bowl prediction before we go.
Oh, my Super Bowl prediction? Okay, so I believe it's gonna be a good game. However, I have to go with the home team, and the wife's team is the Rams. Okay, so we're going with the Rams. I'm leaning with them because they were just there not long ago. They pretty much have the bulk of at least their team, the coach, with some of the players who was in the game. So they have that in-game experience of the loss and the desire to get back. So I believe that they're going to be more hungry, and also they have that hole that they need to fill from not being able to fulfill it the last time. So I'm going Rams.
Yep.
I'm going Rams. Let's say I said it'd probably be 24-20.
All right. Yep. So mine, I'm going Rams too. First of all, because there's a heat wave in LA right now, and the Bengals, they're coming from the cold area, so they're not gonna be able to handle that LA heat right now.
Right.
So they got that Rams got that nice home field advantage already, being in LA and they're used to the heat. And Bengals are be coming in there, they're gonna be dehydrated, they're gonna be getting worn out quick. Plus, Bengals offensive line is garbage, and Rams got that strong defensive line, so they're gonna get to Burrow quick. Burrow's great, he's good, he's the future of the league, but Rams are gonna be too much for him. So I got Rams winning. I'll go 28-10. I don't think the Bengals are gonna score much. I think it's just gonna be too much. Rams defense is gonna be too much. So we both going with the Rams. I see it being a little more of a blowout than you do.
Look, I hope that you're wrong, because I need Chase and their running back to score. I don't care how they score. It can be, look. I got OBJ and what's his name? The number 1 receiver on the Rams. What's his name?
Cooper Kupp.
Kupp, yes, Kupp.
Kupp.
Yes, I need them 2 to score, and I need the other 2 to score, so that I can get ching, ching, ching.
Yeah. I'll throw in a DraftKings lineup or 2. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Well, cool breeze, brother. Hey, thank you again. Be on the lookout for the sports analysis thing that we're gonna be doing. And yeah, man, enjoy the rest of the day and leave and the weekend, brother. Tell Young He we said, hey, we love you guys. And hey, we'll be talking with you soon.
All right. Peace. Enjoy the snow.
Peace. Y'all still with me? Who's there? Who's in the building? I know we had a little bit of some technical issues, but that is the show. The first half anyway. The second half will be the regular time tonight. We'll have First Sergeant Ricardo Villarreal in the building. I know everybody's at work chilling, but this was a coffee catch up, and I am signing off. Thank you guys for coming out. Subscribe, hit that notification bell, and come on back this afternoon, this evening, and hang out with us. And you know, that is the show.